The seller went MIA. Oh man, I can't wait to tell you about this. All right, welcome, welcome to another episode of How to Get What You Want from what I did today in 10 minutes. All right, Alexa, set the timer for 10 minutes. Alexa, set the timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, starting now.
Yeah, we're gonna see how this go. All right, so check it on. Man, today was stressful. I got up today. Let me check my calendar here, see what we did. All right, the 26th of March. All right, so I got up. I did not work out. Shame on me. Habits. I got to get my habit together and work it out. Like I'm getting off track, man. My pants is getting a little tighter. I got to get back in. I got to get that back. And it's only take 5 minutes. And I got an urban fitness group. If you want to look up urban fitness on Facebook, go in there. I got tons and tons of 5-minute workouts. Go in there. We can work out together. We can help each other, motivate each other. That's what it's about. All right. So I did get up today. You know what I did? I had set to get up at like what time was it? I was supposed to get up at like 8 a.m. sleep till 8 a.m. and I didn't get up till about a quarter to like 8:30. That's what it was. And I kind of I was like, you know, what's more important? I want to work out, but I feel like strengthening my mind is a little bit more important right now. Like I'm on a mission. So I knew I had only a little bit of time to get that audio in. And let me tell you, so I substituted. I had to make a choice, workout or audio. So I just substituted. So what I did is I learned about man is a success mechanism. Has a guidance system to reach goals like a machine. Like a heat-seeking machine system, like a missile, like a heat-seeking missile. And we're hardwired to course correct to hit a goal. So I just want you to know that you are powerful. You are awesome and that you can do that. But I hate how society got us dumbed down. Like we're dumbed down, but we're not in our let me get this right. Because I'm trying to preach today working. But I know that inside of all of us, we have the capabilities for enormous and humongous potential. It's just untapped because we've been dumbed down. I don't know if you realize that yet. Like we've been dumbed down by TV, all this Facebook nonsense. It's hard not to fall into the trap of mundane, like watching R. Kelly. I fell into that trap. I kind of eased up off of it when I got more serious on my calendar with him and all that madness he going through. And that Jussie Smollett, I probably ain't pronouncing his name right. All that hoopla, all this media, everybody constantly throwing you stuff. But anyway, I'm running out of time. Let me keep it going. But basically what I'm saying is that we can course correct whatever we put in our mind. That I had wrote that's why it's a good idea to think about goals constantly so we can course correct until we get there. You understand where I'm going? I know I always articulate and say the things that I could have said to make you see what I'm trying to say better. Just know that my heart is in the right place for you to get this message, all right? Because this is what I think about. This is what I consumed this morning. I knew that, but I like the way that this audio book. I don't even remember what audio book I was looking for. I was listening to. I think it was psycho cybernetics. I think it was psycho cybernetics. But basically, whatever we think about, whatever goal, that's why it's important to put like vision boards to be able to see. I'm looking at my goal right now. Like what I'm doing right now is on my board. Like I'm shaping my life because I see it every day. It's right there in front of me. And then I got it right there when I get up in my bed in the other room. I got that same photo right there. I see it. I'm like a missile, like a heat-seeking missile. I'm aiming towards a target. And you can do that too. It's just that I noticed from we all can do it. What I noticed is from my past, I didn't have those, I didn't constantly wake up visualizing where I wanted my life to go. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't visualize that like on the regular, like habitually, like immerse myself in the visualization of where I want to go. All right, so that's just something that I think about. Maybe you'll start thinking about it too. Where is it that you want to go? All right, we're gonna talk about dominoes on another one. I ain't got time to go into the domino discussion today. So that was what I chose to do instead of workout, was listen to that audio for 30 minutes. All right, so even though I could have probably snuck in Fab to work out. All right, shame on me. All right, so 9 a.m. I was studying. That was an audio book. But after that, I got this training that I'm like dedicated. I don't want to miss it. No, and I'm in a 30-day challenge. 9 a.m. is what I set to do this. I got an hour set to do this challenge every day, like without question. It's like top priority on my things to do. So I blocked out 9 to 10 a.m. every day for 30 days straight. And I was going over that training. I paid for that training. And I'm going to tell you some of the things I learned in that training. So, and I posted on the wall earlier on my personal wall, said what failures teaches us. Failure. It's one of the most powerful double-edged swords for an entrepreneur, and anyone for that matter. The problem is, for most entrepreneurs, they never learn to use their failures correctly. And just one failure usually causes them to either throw in the towel or quit, or it paralyzes them from pressing the go button on their business and in their future. The good news is that when you learn to wield failure in the right way, it can be just as powerful and often more powerful as success. It's important to see your past failures as stepping stones rather than obstacles you can't get around. All right, so I was going through a training that was getting my mind right to get started in some things. And this first week is about mindset, getting your mind right so that you can, because I noticed that with real estate, a lot of people when it comes to flipping these houses, myself included, a lot of people, myself included, think, because when I first started out, I was like, oh yeah, money. I see the money opportunity. Flip a house. You ain't got to put no money down for real. You gotta, you don't need no credit fucked up. You don't need a real estate license. You ain't got to, And I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna get this money, and I was getting it. But what messed it up was this right here. Having a couple failure setbacks, and like, man, and it messed me up. Like, it put a roadblock. Like, I didn't use it as a stepping stone. So now I'm using it as a stepping stone because I know better now. And now whoever hear me, they know better too, to keep going. And everybody fails. That's one of the things on the training. It was talking about how this dude, like most average successful entrepreneurs that we look up to, have failed at least 10 times in starting a business. You know what I'm saying? I know I failed about, I don't know, if I was a guest, I'm probably on 10 right now. So this next one should hit. That's what I'm saying. And I know now not to quit. And I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna tell you why in a minute, because man, it'd be crazy what you be going through with this real estate. And it make you want to quit. And I don't want to say I quit, but I did stop, knowing that I would get back to it. But it was kind of like I quit. But I said I'm gonna put it on a pause, and the pause was longer than I wanted to, and now I'm back. All right, in it to win it, and teach people how to do it too. Hit me up if you're looking for mentorship or something, we can work something out. But I'm only taking so many people. I only got so much time in my day, as you gonna see. All right, so let me see. Let me see. Some of this be personal. This is actually my daily diary. So this, I might get a little personal on some of these lives or whatever. But some of the stuff I'm really not gonna say, like, for real. So I'm kind of skimming through. And then I'm checking my calendar too. Yeah, so I did that. I was supposed to call my mentor. It's always good to have a mentor in different levels. I I got a guy that I be hollering at. I met him through my friend that work on the houses for me. He was working on a couple of houses for this guy. He's an older guy, old enough to be like my dad or my uncle or great uncle or something. So he got like about 10, 11 houses sprinkled throughout the city. He got an apartment building, some houses. Alexa, we already knew it though. But see, Alexa, stop.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Alexa, stop. Alexa, set timer for 10 minutes. We already knew it.
10 minutes, starting now.
But look, if you speed it up on 2-speed, I'm gonna show you how to do that one day too. But if you're on YouTube watching live, go ahead and hit them 3 dots, and you can speed me up on 2-speed.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Alexa, what does the timer set for?
You have 9 minutes and 40 seconds left on your 10-minute timer. Yeah,
hit me on 2-speed, and we'd be over in like 15 minutes tops. All right, so let me see. So yeah, I got this mentor. I probably shouldn't even go into this and leave this for another day, but everybody needs a mentor in different levels of life. I got a mentor that I could go holler at from time to time, just call him up, kick the breeze. He like a father figure to me. And I was supposed to call him at 10, but I had so much going on, and my training, it was supposed to be from 9 to 10, but it ended up going from 9 to 11. It took me like 2 hours, and so I just didn't call him, but I was supposed to call him in the morning. All right. And then I was supposed to put together a marketing campaign for this other property I got, but I ain't ended up doing that. I think I just missed it on my calendar. So what I'm going to do when we get off of here is I'm going to move it over tomorrow around the same time. Oh, I know what happened. During that train. This is what happened. And then we gonna get to the story. Hold up. I was panicked today. And so this is going to be the first episode that we go into what's known as Quick Flipper Story Time. True story. Today. Well, technically it's like tonight, like after 12, but I'm gonna go to sleep and wake up. So that's the new day to me. It's like 2, 3 in the morning. But this happened recently, like yesterday, today, if you get my drift. All right, so 11 a.m. I'm in panic mode. Quick Flipper story time. Look, the title, and this, I'm writing a book in case you didn't know, and it's about quick flipping and flipping houses stuff. So let me know. This is like a rough draft of what I possibly could put in the book. Let me know in the comment section if this should go in the book. It's just a rough draft though, so I might mess up a little bit. All right, so the title of this chapter is called Under Contract and Seller is MIA. All right, so look, I call seller again. I haven't been able to get hold of him since yesterday. Calls go straight to voicemail. I start to panic. Buyer already put down earnest money deposit, and my reputation is on the line. It's 9 a.m. and I'm watching online success training, but my mind keeps wondering what's going on with this property. Are we going to close tomorrow or not? Is he selling the house behind my back or not? Because this is some of the stuff we go through, like this, the Quick Flipper wholesale nightmares for real. Like this ain't the first time I've been through something like this. All right, so my mind is racing. I can't take the pressure. I can't take the pressure, so I wash up in the sink real quick, throw on my Quick Flipper cape, and run out to the seller's house 6 minutes away to try to figure out what the hell is going on. I got the movie Pursuit of Happiness with actor Will Smith racing through my mind, like whatever it takes. Plus the training I had just studied this morning got me on some whatever it takes shit. I pull up to the house. I notice his car is there and his wife's car is missing. I park across the street, hop out the truck, ring the doorbell again. I knock again, no answer. I hop back in my truck, anxious and disappointed, like, man. That's when the cash buyer called me. It's the cash buyer, not the seller. The cash buyer called me. And I pick up the phone. He like, hey, bruh, who I write this cashier's check out to? I'm like, shit. But I keep my cool and I tell him like, I tell him that I'll text him over the information. And before we hang up, he asked about the other house I had. And I said I text him that information too. That's when I reach in my briefcase, pull out a yellow letter size notepad, and I proceed to write a draft letter to the seller saying I came by to check and see if everything was okay. Wishing him and his family good health, and that we scheduled to close tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. After 2:30 p.m. and give me or the title company a call and let us know if that'll work for you. Before I could finish my second draft on the letter, keep in mind I ain't wrote letters since like seventh grade. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't had no other way to communicate. He wasn't answering the phone. So before I could finish my second draft, I look up and I see movement. I look up in the mirror, see movement, and notice someone pulled in the driveway and was backing out to leave. I thought, oh shit. I jumped out my car to flag him down, and I tried not to seem too anxious. I trotted over to the car, seen an older guy. He was driving, and I asked him if he heard from Mr. Seller. I ain't gonna put no names in there, put his name in there. And he said he had been trying to reach him, and he guessing that he probably in the hospital. I introduced myself. I said, and he said his name was Mr. Bird, and I could tell from his demeanor that he was a longtime friend. We exchanged numbers, and I told him if he hears anything, let me know, and I'll do the same. I hopped back in my truck, finished writing the third draft with P.S. Mr. Bird came by to check up on you. I folded the bright school color letter in 3 sections. Probably didn't write that. As if to put an imaginary envelope. As if to put it in an imaginary envelope. Then I hopped back out the truck and stuck the letter inside the sliver of the black metal frame door. I walked back to my truck, hopped in, and I called the title company and let them know everything that was going on. I hung up on Sue. Her name's Sue, but I probably say the title late. I don't know. I might keep her name in. Sat in the truck like I was, and I sat back in the truck like I was on a stakeout. But I'm not on the stakeout. Well, kinda. LOL. But to my defense, I was busy flipping through the phone, through the red flipper phone. Text and messages and answering questions about the house that I may or may not be selling tomorrow. I got a ton of messages and I'm scrolling through from the cash buyers interested in the house. And I'm copy and pasting the message over and over, telling them that the house is under contract. Someone put earnest money on the house yesterday and we plan to close tomorrow. I said out loud, I hope we close tomorrow. And I chuckled with a nervous chuckle. While responding to the messages pouring in, I glance up for a minute and see movement in the mirror. Oh shit, the seller's wife's truck is pulling up in the driveway. That's when I hop out and the passenger door opens up slow. It's the seller and he's struggling to get out the door a bit. Then he wobbles out the car. He limping a little bit down the walkway. He looks over at me confused. And I noticed the print under his cheek to his nose, like he had an oxygen mask on his face all night. I asked him how he was doing, and I was concerned about him because I didn't hear from him yesterday. And I told him I left a letter on his front door. He looked over at the letter. Then he looked at me, and he said he had surgery, but he was okay. I said, that's good to hear. And I let you, and I was here to let you know, and I probably got to write that better. And I said, that's good to hear. And I let him know that we're scheduled to close tomorrow. And I tried damn hard not to make that sound awkward. He said, okay. And we could come there to his house to close. And I said, okay, we'll be there. And I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. I hopped back in my truck, drove off, called his friend, Mr. Bird, and let him know his buddy was okay. Went the next street over and started shopping the block for the next deal. The end. Psych! To be continued. All right, so yeah, let me know in the comments, like, you know, if that got a little good vibe to it or not. Like, is that cool? Is that cool little story like that could go in the book that I'm working on or whatever? All right, so about, let me see, three, that happened before 3:30. So about 3:30, I went to the bank to put money in the bank that I had like 5,000 that I'm buy that my house on Canfield with. Oh my god, I don't even know if that's gonna close tomorrow. I was supposed to have two closing. Well, something going on. My title company can't get a hold to the attorney, but it should close, but maybe not tomorrow. I'm pretty sure it's gonna close. But I went and put that money back in the bank. Alexa, stop. Alexa, set timer for 10 minutes. We ain't gonna be no more 10 minutes, probably another 5.
10 minutes, starting now.
All right, so yeah, I went to the bank, put $550 in. I mean 5,000.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Don't worry about it. All right, I went to the bank, deposited 5,500 in real quick, and then ate lunch, took a nap. Cash buyer called me. Woke me up out of my sleep. I tried to sound like I was awake, like I was doing work. And I think I pulled it off too. He woke cash buyer for the that property that I just got for this telling that story about. He hit me up and he said that he got the cashier's check and I can come. And I said and I went and picked it up. I said I'd be there in about 30 minutes. And he said I could come pick it up and was there in about 30 minutes. But the closing for it is tomorrow. Yes. Wow. All right. So he ended up signing the HUD docs electronically. That can save time. So the title company don't have to meet the buyer. She don't have to meet the buyer. They can sign electronically. They do have to meet the seller. They have to get the hand signature for the seller. Yep. So the title company sent him the docs through his email. He signed it on his cell phone, and I was going over to pick up the check because I need that check. Matter of fact, here it go. Here go the check. Check. I gotta be careful with this check. All right, and I think he's supposed to cover up some numbers or some shit. So can't nobody steal the information or something. But yeah, I think he's supposed to cover up. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let me cover it up like this. All you need to see, I guess, is the amount. Yeah, but that's for the house that he get on that I told the story about. All right, so let me put this back up in a safe place because I'm gonna need this when I meet the seller tomorrow, and I guess I'll be telling you about that tomorrow, how that went. All right, so where we at? Let me see. Picked it. So I went picked up the check and I vibed out with the buyer for a minute. And that shit, that How Went Friends and Influence People and them other books I was reading, I think it's like the 92 something. It's a yellow book, red writing. I'm gonna have to give you the link to that one day. That shit worked because dude said, man, I swear at the end of the conversation, dude handed me some extra money because he was actually short. The title company shorted them on some money. Like, this ain't even my money. I got to get this to the title company because he owed more on the closing cost than what he was quoted with that check say. So he gave me that cash, and I'm gonna have to get a check or something to make everything straight. But yeah, that shit worked, bro. He was like, bro, I really like you. Now that's a grown man to another grown man. I ain't related to him. You know what I'm saying? This shit really worked, bro. I'm telling you. How to Win Friends and Influence People, and this other book I'm gonna have to get you hip to. I don't remember the name. Something about 95 something. It's a yellow book, red writing. All right. So when I went to the vape store, let me get my vice. Went to the vape store, got some juice. After that, went to Home Depot to get some shop the block supplies. Drove back to the city, locked up the house that all this stuff, the story and stuff was about, because the back, it was messed up. to where I had to, it was boarded up, but the screws and stuff weren't fitting in right. So I had to go get some new screws. Somebody was getting in there with the regular Phillips head. So they obviously had a Phillips head. So I had to get the star screws. So they had to come with a special bit to get up in there. They couldn't just go up in there because the house sold tomorrow. And I'll be damned if somebody go in there and try to light fire to it or do some bullshit. So I just sealed it up. All right, so let me see. Shit. Yep, locked up the house, shot the block around the neighborhood. And then then after that, I just shot the block around that neighborhood because everybody was hitting me up about that neighborhood. That means that's a good neighborhood. So it's a good neighborhood to shop the block in because everybody wanted that house. They still hit me up. They're going to hit me up tomorrow and the day after that, because I know how this go when I market it and can do a campaign on the house. All right, so 9 o'clock, ate some leftover Chinese. Came home, ate leftover Chinese, watched the movie on Netflix, and people still hit me about the house, like 9, 10 at night. And then I end up falling asleep on Netflix. And the people that sent me about the house, I sent them over to the other one. Told them this one was gone. Basically what I said earlier in that letter, earlier when I was writing that letter, and then sent them to another one. Then I end up falling asleep on Netflix, and then I woke up like, damn, I didn't even do my live. So you're gonna see this on the non-live side because most of y'all sleep. I understand y'all got work and shit to do. And I do too in the morning, but I just wanted to come through and do this live and keep it consistent for you. All right, so we gonna end it like that. Another long 10 minutes. Speed it up. I swear, speed it up times 2 if you're on YouTube watching. Save your time because time is more precious than money. What good is $1 million if you only got a week to live? You know what I'm saying? All right, so in the comment section, go ahead, like, share, do all that shit for me, and in the comment section, write down whether you learned something on this or not. Write down what you learned today in relationship to your ultimate goals. All right, in the comment section, what you learned today towards your ultimate goal. All right, so and if you're looking for a quick flipper mentor, holla at me, inbox me, something like that. We might be able to work something out. Only can take a few. And I'm about to open classes back up. Like, share on Facebook, said that. Share on YouTube, like, share, and all that shit. And stay focused, learn something all the time, and take action. Yeah.